Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Aether Iron. And in the last episode, guys, we met a union man by the name of Luca, who we need to kind of recruit for this big heist coming up here in Dreamland. And he's kind of a hard nut to crack, because not only did we have to kind of get some rough introductions to him, we had to prove ourselves by going to 3 different trouble spots on the island. But all in all, it went pretty well. And now we are going to head back to Congress Hall and hopefully convince him to join up with our little plan. Ooh. This looks cool.
We enter Congress Hall, where Luca and the other officers call home. Cooking smells throughout are punctuated by the sound of children playing, of people talking in unguarded tones. Rapid footsteps announce a small woman with kind eyes who clings to Luca. The giant shares some murmured words with his wife. For the first time since we met, the lines on his forehead disappear.
Oh good, I'm glad you made it on time. I hate when you work so late you miss dinner.
After giving his wife a comforting squeeze, Luca looks up. He roughly swipes at some unshed tears before addressing me. I can tell I wasn't meant to see that.
Whoops.
I admit it, little miss. I was wrong. You did good today. I'm glad you were here.
Luca's a rare bird who practices what he preaches. A good man by any count. But I wasted a whole day helping with no profit. Was it worth it?
I'm gonna go get us some food. You stay here with Diane. Take a load off. You've earned it.
Luca changes his smoldering coat and hat for cleaner fare, kisses his wife, and is out the door.
Thanks for helping, Luca. Not everyone is a helper, you know. Sit a while, let's talk.
Stay a while and listen.
I don't know Luca that well. I'd love to hear a story about you two.
We met at a block party when we were kids. I was with a different boy who brought me sweets and flowers. Halfway through, I went to go talk to some friends from school.
And?
When I returned, I couldn't find my date anywhere. Eventually, I found him in an alley, kissing Susie Carpenter. I started to give him a piece of my mind when he pushed me down.
That's horrible.
Out of nowhere comes this little fire plug of a kid, the Motzi boy from down the street. I had always seen him, but hadn't seen him, you know? He shoved my date, started swinging.
Even back then?
Even back then. He kept getting hit over and over and over, but he wouldn't back down. Eventually, he got in a lucky shot, and my would-be date left the party.
And he asked you out then, right?
Not hardly. Blood everywhere. Luca nodded at me like I was one of his buddies and left to find his brother. It took Luca a good 6 years to suck up the courage to court me.
Do we sound okay, guys? Or is the mic... I think the mic's a little bit too loud, isn't it? Or are we doing alright? Okay for you? Okay. I was looking at my levels and they looked strange.
How about you, Diane? Everyone talks about Luca and his people. How do you keep this place going?
Oh, well, where do I start? When I was younger, I wanted to be a nurse. My cousin was badly hurt in a fight with some countryside raiders using mustard gas left over from the war.
Oof.
That's awful.
He came to stay with us. I took care of him most of the time. His lungs were so bad, he could hardly walk more than a few paces. Couldn't talk. We wrote letters to each other in the same room.
That sounds like a lonely way to live.
Maybe so, but the experience taught me a lot about the value of kindness and hope. A little goes a long way, my mother always said.
Luca seems pretty invested in the Ledgemen. Was he always like this?
A union man?
You have to understand, he lost someone a while back. Someone important. He swore he wouldn't let us down, and he hasn't. But he takes so much punishment. It's a hard life.
For some reason, I stop and think of Zio. Diane leans over and takes my left hand in both of hers. She offers me a smile free from guile or doubt.
Luca says you helped. That's what counts.
You two seem to really love each other.
It's not always easy. He's a man who has taken on a lot of challenges in his life, and I try to help him put his worries to rest so he can sleep at night.
I suppose I haven't known too many happy couples in my life. Isn't it hard?
Well, you know, when you find the right one, you can't help but know it. When we're alone, when he lets me in past the noise and mess, he makes it all worthwhile.
Mind if I look around?
And peruse your valuables?
Go right ahead.
Singed people? People buying guns? The phonographer? Dom Fjord? Oh, okay, we can go talk to Dom after his shellacking. Displaced people? Children playing cards? Of course we're going to go to the cards first.
Yes! I'll call and raise you 5.
Aw.
These are some of the people we saved from the crumbling chunk of the island. They've been given mugs of soup and blankets for now. How are you holding up? I've never seen anything like that before.
We're still alive. We can always rebuild our homes. Not so easy with our families.
So you got your people out in time?
Thanks to Luca, and thanks to you. It was a close thing. I know I'll be dreaming about it for weeks.
Have you been a ledgeman long?
All my life.
Do you know Luca well?
Not that well. We were from different blocks, but I've never had to worry about him doing the right thing. He just does.
The right thing, huh? What makes you so sure?
Because there are about 1,000 ways a guy like Luca can make a bent penny in his position, and he's never fallen for it. Every deal he's ever made has been to keep us going. That's a fact.
It sounds like a lot of you depend on him.
I'm not sure it has to do with us. It has more to do with what he thinks his brother would have done in his place. He can't let that go.
His brother?
I can't tell you about that. He wouldn't like it. But I'll tell you this for free. He wouldn't have rested until he did all he could for us. Even if it meant his life. Especially if it meant his life.
Hell of a thing to do after that beating he took.
I thought he'd drop before he got us out of there. I worry about him. But I would worry even more about us without him.
Well, well, well.
Well, well, well.
Oh, it's you. I don't want to talk to you.
It's strange hearing such a petulant tone from a lean, muscled dynamo like Dom. It's like he's a little boy pretending he doesn't know what he did. Surprised they let you in here, seeing as how you're a traitor and all.
Lady, you don't know nothing about union business. Do you have to harp on me?
I pity the upstart, but only so far. He dug his own hole. It's up to him to find his way out. Why did you turn on Luca anyway? He seems to care about you. How could you throw that away?
The Doe said Luca wasn't going to be around forever. Said I could be better than him. Partner with Marm. Guess I really screwed up.
What did she offer anyway?
Marm, she promised that she'd take care of my ma if I did this thing for her. My ma raised me alone since I was just a kid. After my pops died. She's in a wheelchair now. Life's hard for her.
And she promised you'd be the new boss down at the docks, right?
That too, yeah.
As he talks, his tone goes sour. He's realizing how Marm's promises would have gone unfulfilled. He never considered who would have lost by his gains.
Time for some unsolicited advice.
Want some advice from someone who's made plenty of mistakes? Give people something new to remember you by, instead of for your screw-up.
Yeah? What do you suggest, Big Mouth?
There are a lot of people hurting from those new islands being added. People I've talked to say you're like bottled lightning in the ring. Maybe put some of that energy toward helping instead.
Yeah, I guess sitting here isn't doing me any favors. I should go.
Oh. Okay.
A group of men are sitting around a table, knocking back drinks and talking about the fight. I recognize Jono and his cronies from the fight with the gunrunners. Evening, boys.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Why, yes, I'd love to have a drink. Thanks so much for asking. What a gentleman. I grab an empty chair and drag it over to the table. Two of the men reluctantly make room for me, their chair legs scraping loudly against the floor tile. You took a hell of a chance today.
Everything panned out okay. No harm, no foul, right?
If you say so. It took cast iron balls to go behind Luca's back for those Aether weapons. What are you after?
Look, I think fast, I move fast. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I did it for all of us, not because I love the damn things.
What do you mean?
Look, these red Aether guns, they're out on the streets now. I don't intend for us to get caught with our pants down, at the mercy of some sleazy warlord just because we wouldn't get with the times. Thanks to Luca, if someone does come sniffing around toting his own set of Aether guns, we'll end up paying a higher price.
You must have known Luca a while.
Yeah, we grew up together.
Was he like this when he was growing up, too?
You wouldn't know it these days, but Luca was a happy kid. He always liked to scrap, but it was no hard feelings. Sure, he loved getting into trouble, but he was also the quickest to patch things up. Ever since, well, these days, he figures he owes for what he's done, see? There's nothing but hard feelings about who he is, what he's done.
What he's done? What do you mean?
Sorry, lady, but that's Luca's story to tell. If I were you, I'd leave well enough alone.
Speak on Luca's behalf?
Luca seems rough around the edges, but he seems to put a lot on the line for his people.
Yeah, he puts his life on the line all right, but not because he's some kind of saint. I think he's counting on his luck running out, if you ask me.
So he really does have a death wish? You sure about that?
I've known the guy 20 years. He doesn't do what he does out of the goodness of his heart. He fights for us because he loves to get his teeth kicked in. Because he deserves it.
You don't really mean that.
Doesn't matter what I think or what he thinks. What matters to me is what he does, not why. He does his best to do right by us. That's enough for me for now.
He looks like Arthur Morgan. Luca does.
A faded Union poster, proclaiming the need for direct action now. I approach a group of people whose homes were set ablaze by the runaway truck.
Where are Australian sailors?
Is it okay if I sit here?
Hello there, lady. Come sit a spell. It ain't much, but you look like you've had quite a day.
Understatement of the century. But you've had quite a day, too.
Sure enough. Lucky to be alive.
Those blazes were something else. You could see them all over the island. Are you all right?
Could be worse, and that's a fact. Leastways, I'm breathing.
I can't believe Luca's still going. The fight, running around town, now out collecting food.
Like an old diesel engine. He can't help but plow ahead, even if he sputters and chokes his way through.
You think he's going to burn out someday?
Luca sticks his neck out for us, so we trust him. Not everyone's willing to treat everyone like equal members of the family, if you know what I mean.
Did the truck driver get out in time? I didn't see him once he was forced off the road.
The driver got taken by the meat wagon. Looks like he had some kind of seizure. Still, at least he made it this far.
Once he finds out what happened.
I don't know him, but if he's one of our guys in the community, we'll see to him. Accidents are accidents.
Well, now that you're safe, what will you do next?
Luca opened the labor hall to us, but some of the other ledge men don't want us here. Probably, we'll end up camping out until we rebuild.
That doesn't sound right. I'm sure Luca wouldn't want it to go that way.
Begging your pardon, ma'am, but Luca can't fight every battle for us. And he can't make people like us. That'll take time, and a lot of reaching out, on both parts.
It doesn't feel right to me, but I have no idea what it's like to live in his skin. In that case, you take care. It's a tough world, but there are good people in it too. What am I saying? I need to get out of here.
Rats, I'm out. Come on, don't be a spoil sport. Another hand? I'll pay you back next week, I promise. I'll pay you back next week, I promise.
The half-pint kid loiters in front of the phonograph at the center of the room, fidgeting. He eyes the phonograph's crank and sighs moodily.
That's a look of trouble right there.
Sorry, miss, but the phonograph is broken. Luca said he'll get someone to fix it, but it's been a while.
We can fix the player?
So, what do you do here, kid?
I keep the player cranked. See what the mood's like in here, change discs to match. It's a good job for a guy like me.
No, he's a DJ.
What do you mean, a guy like you?
My folks died a while back. Luca says I can work the ledge once I'm big enough. But for now, I stay here in the hall.
So, what's Luca's favorite?
He likes everything by Benny Goodman. But
What?
when he thinks I'm asleep for the night, he sits and listens to classical music. Impressionist stuff, like Debussy. Sometimes I sit on the stairs over there and watch him listen.
Why doesn't he ask you to play it for him?
He gets lost. He just sits there and looks at his hands for a long time. I don't think he likes anyone seeing him when he's like that.
There's my one good roll for the night.
Let me have a look at it, kid. It turns out the fix was a simple one. The tone arm was just out of balance. A few minutes of fiddling and beautiful music poured forth.
Say, thanks, lady. One of the fellas brought in this album for me since I'm a fan, but I think you earned it instead.
The album is The King Porter Stomp by Jelly Roll Morton. Cress ought to love this. Thanks. I have a friend who is crazy about this stuff. Take care, kid.
Neat.
A grainy photo of two boys at the shore, probably on vacation. They look alike enough to be brothers. The taller one has his arms slung around the shorter one's shoulders.
Okay, that should be everybody.
Okay, Mrs. Jackson made some of a sourdough, and Mrs. O'Hara made a beef stew. Mrs. Mignola brought in the yams.
Great. I'm starved. Your people really care. I can't stand it anymore, keeping my cards hidden, talking around the subject. I have to let down my guard, just for a few minutes. We need to fix the well. It's getting worse, lots worse, and plenty of people will die. The lowers will be gone like they never existed.
That's not good dinner time conversation, Gia.
Over whispered tones, I give Luca everything. Nellie, the underground, the heist. I had to. There's no world where I hold back and he joins up. And if he says no? Luca opens his mouth to retort, but Diane shakes her head slowly. She takes one of his massive paws in her delicate hands and offers him a shy, sweet smile. He sighs deeply. Diane leans over and whispers to Luca. He smiles, the first I've seen on his face.
You're right. She reminds me of him too. Before we go any further, I need to know something. Why don't you just leave? Just pull up stakes. Nothing's keeping you here, right?
I swallow hard, knowing my next words must be chosen with perfect care.
Say what I think he wants to hear? I don't care. I kind of care. I don't think we'll smooth talk. I think we'll be blunt.
I mean, I live here. It might not be the uppers, but it's where I call home. Can we just leave it at that?
That wasn't easy for you, was it?
You have no idea. Diane nods to herself, then stands up and pours us cups of coffee. Luca folds his hands, eyes looking into the middle distance, contemplating.
Hell of a thing, but it makes sense. Anyone who was around when Lady Liberty went down the hatch. Down in our gut, we knew the well would be a problem. One day.
So will you help? I can't pull this off without you.
It's really not up to me. At least not me alone. We'll need to take a vote.
You're serious?
Either they send me or I don't go. I've got responsibilities here. I'll need to convince them. No time like the present.
Despite his resolve, I can sense the unease in the Iron Gladiator's approach. The direction he takes here in this moment feels important. This could change everything for Luca and the docks.
Ooh.
This vote is too important for me to take chances. Time to lean into that sense of guilt Luca carries around with him. These people are your family. You don't have to suffer alone. Don't be afraid to talk to them about Marco. Trust them. They can help you heal. Diane's hands fly to her mouth as Luca wheels on me, breathless with rage. He cocks a fist the size of a bowling ball, his lip curled in a snarl.
Keep talking.
Something I said must have gotten through to him. He hasn't made a move yet, even though his eyes are blazing like a blast furnace. Don't you think it's about time you thought about someone besides yourself for a change? How do you think your wife feels, seeing you walking around, trying to get killed over your guilt?
Was that smack me just getting punched?
I'm so focused on Luca that I don't see Diane's slap coming for me until it's already landed.
Oh.
Luca looks stunned. Tears begin to well up in the corners of his eyes. Diane covers her face.
Diane, I wasn't thinking except about how I screwed up, about how I deserved to die for letting him down. How could I think about leaving you alone, letting you down too?
Luca gathers himself for a time, Diane's hand on his shoulder, engulfed by his bulldozer scoop of a hand. It only feels like eternity before he finally climbs to his feet, stretching his lower back.
Here we go, ladies. Wish me luck.
Luca stands in front of the crowd silently. One conversation after another dwindles into silence until the labor hall is completely hushed aside from a few babies mewling in their mother's arms.
I talk about trust to you often enough. Trust me, trust each other. But some stuff happened today to make me realize I haven't been trusting you. Some of you who have been around a while remember my brother Marco. He was everything I'm not. Smart, bookish, principled.
Whispers carry across the hall. The old-timers in the crowd shuffle in place with nervous energy, pale as ghosts, eyes fey. Is this reconstruction? Self-destruction?
He was a man of vision, my little brother. He wanted us to have an incorruptible organization. Something pure. Something free of greed and cunning. The powers that be couldn't have that. They struck us down, took our best. And now we live off scraps from their table, waiting for the killing blow.
Let's reach for Diane's hand before it slaps us again.
Diane's eyes are filled with tears. Her body tenses like she wants to stand with him, but she is holding back, barely. I offer her my left hand, a new friend offering comfort. She takes it willingly.
See, I wanted to be dead too. But that's not right, right?
Right.
His vision is still alive. It doesn't have to end with him. I tried hard to make it right. But it was never gonna be right because I was wrapped up in my loss. Like it made me special. We've lost a lot. But we don't need to lose everything. We can fight. We can find our way forward. Even if it means busting some teeth and taking a few lumps in return.
You got union health benefits.
This lady here, she comes to us with a plan to close up the well. The same well that will one day take all of the lowers. For our friends, our families, ourselves. We need your help.
Hey, Wayne, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate you.
I'm calling a vote. Yay or nay?
Yay!
Yay!
Luca stands in front of the murmuring crowd, one fist clenched in victory. Diane stands up from her seat and goes to him. They clutch each other and I look away like I'm looking at the noonday sun. The air feels lighter somehow, the radiance of their love and trust burning away the dark clouds of bitter failure. I know at that moment that the Luca that Diane married is on his way home.
There's the support you needed, Gia. We're all in, no matter what.
You took a mighty big risk there, miss. Thanks for, saying what everyone was too kind to say to me. Thanks for the kick in the pants.
As the assembly breaks, various ledgemen pass by, offering their hands to Luca. They even spare a smile or two for yours truly. Thanks for your help, big fella. I knew finding you was the right move.
Whatever happens next, little miss, you've got a home among us ledgemen, if everything else goes wrong.
Luca claps his hands together, calling us to action.
We've got a heist to plan. Diane?
Oh. Hey, Drath.
I'll be gone for a while. Don't wait up.
Come home soon, dear. Be careful out there. We need you.
Oh, I'm sorry your back is buggered up again.
I have every reason to be careful, love. I'll be back.
Okay. What do we level up next? I mean, yeah, definitely need to raise that up. And that's pretty sweet. I'm a fan. Luca recruited. Luca Left Hook Matzi is a union man through and through, an unpolished charmer and seasoned brawler with a strong sense of justice. Luca fights to protect his community and honor his brother's legacy. Drives trucks, vans, and wagons. Attributes are brass and smarts. Crew is full. Luca has joined the crew, but the crew is full. Do you want to swap Luca or for Cress or Sophie? Let's change Cress out. And I'm going to say maybe Dodger and Daredevil? Or, excuse me, Enforcer for sure. And then he's a boxer, so dodging is definitely... Like, I'm just leveling up these characters kind of based on their personalities, not for anything resembling power gaming. Alright.
I'll pay you back next week, I promise.
The Labor Hall back room. Oh. Just to lose the heat if we need it. I want to go... We need to take a good look. Uh-oh. Infamy encounter.
The glow of high-beam flashlights and spinning caution bulbs plays across my windshield as traffic slows. Evidently, Marm has decided that a good old-fashioned dragnet will force troublemakers like me off the streets.
Negative.
The car in front of me passes the barricades, and I pull forward, flashing the guard a friendly smile as I roll down the window.
Good evening, ma'am. Routine check. Where you headed this evening?
Just heading back home. Got a place up near Klein-Deutschland by the ferry terminal.
A local girl, huh? You ever play darts down at the Spritzen house?
I crack a smile, recognizing the question for what it is. A test of my dreamland bona fides. If I did, old Killmeyer would call me a tourist and toss me out on my ass. Spritzen House has a shooting club in the basement. They don't throw darts. The enforcer looks pleased and steps back to wave me on through. I give a nod of thanks and cruise on by, making sure not to look too eager to be on my way.
Cool.
Clouds of industrial smoke twist and writhe on the horizon, partners in a fleeting dance. A voice crackles in over my radio.
Hey, I gotta pull off for a minute.
Everything all right?
There's a big crowd over here. I'm gonna check it out.
I'll join you.
Luca's gonna get us in trouble already.
I loop the block and pull in behind Luca. He's already out, standing on the edge of a crowd gathered around a young man shouting passionately from the top of an ancient oil crate.
And that's why we can't give him an inch!
Apprehensive brows and shuffling feet drown out the few approving grunts that come sporadically from the assembled men, dressed mostly in working clothes and dirt.
Hey Shira, how you doing? Good to see ya. It's been a while. I'm doing okay. Hope you can say the same.
If we don't stand up now, they'll keep us down forever. You can count on that.
Man, got a very deep voice for someone who looks so young.
What's going on?
This young blood is trying to rile up the crowd with revolution talk. It's funny. It reminds me of my brother.
What was so important about stopping here?
I run the Ledgeman Union in Dreamland, and I had to bleed for it. There are Union men here, and I didn't put this together.
And what has the Union ever done for us? Actually done? It's a tiger that has let itself be defanged. We're defenseless against tyrants.
Kind of sounds like Bender from Futurama.
A sudden, deep breath from Luca seems to dampen some of his anger. Guilt? Shame? Some sort of dark shadow washes over his face. The boy on the pulpit could hardly be more than 20. He gesticulates wildly, accenting inflections with a pointed accusation or a palm to the heavens.
What do they give us for an extra 2 hours past dark? Nothing but a pat on the back. And when Jack fell off the edge last month because he was too tired to see the gap, what did they do? A shrug for his widow?
Well, you need to mind the gap.
And what did leadership do about it? Not a damn thing!
Doing well, been trying a game that's new to me at least. It originally came out in 2007. It's called Dokapon Kingdom Connect. But think Monopoly Mario Party, but as an RPG class-based system. Oh, interesting.
I've seen this idealist at gatherings. Either he's never heard how we got to where we are, or he hasn't heard what happens to anyone else who tries to organize. Or he's just stupid.
We need to organize! If Local Zero won't help us, we help ourselves!
Stupid.
He steps off the crate, and murmurs of agreement work their way through the crowd. Luca nods to me and pushes his way through the ledgemen. A few, recognizing my hulking golem companion, take their hats off and scurry away looking embarrassed.
We're just gonna follow Luca through the crowd. This is his show.
The boxer has a grim look on his face, enough to cause those around us to part like water around a dreadnought.
Hey kid, we need to talk.
The young firebrand turns, sweat shining on his face from his excitement. On seeing Luca, his grin takes a dive off the island's edge.
Oh, it's you.
You! Damn right it's me. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm doing what you won't do, old man. These men are suffering. Your men. And someone has to act.
Listen, twerp. I've got 24 scars that should tell you the cost of me acting. How many scars do you have?
I'm not scared. Someone needs to do something. And the great left hook Matzi's gone soft.
Luca's eyes are a blast furnace, pouring liquid iron down his arms, hardening into clenched fists.
We're gonna let it play out. Some people need to learn about consequences.
This seems important to him. No use getting in the way. I might have had more luck stopping a train with an open palm as Luca's fist connects hard with the kid's solar plexus. The little firebrand doubles over in pain.
You don't know the fire you're playing with, son. You keep on this path, you won't get some sissy punch to the gut to shut you up.
The boy falls to his knees, unable to reply.
We're leaving.
He turns on his heel and storms off toward our parked cars. 30 furious paces and we're back to the sidewalk. Luca puts his hands on the roof of his car and looks down at the pavement between his feet. You all right?
Fine.
Luca's expression is a forced blank. It's impossible to tell what's going through his head. After that punch, adrenaline must be at least partly to blame. The boy really touched a nerve, huh? The way you reacted, I thought he'd stabbed you in the gullet.
That stupid kid. He...
Luca fishes a cigar from his pocket, and the next time he speaks, he's a steam locomotive rushing through the fog.
He reminds me of Marco.
Your brother?
Marco was also a passionate idiot. And now he's dead.
Sorry. Tell me about Marco. He takes a puff and lets it go. The smoke returns to its natural environment, seeking out its siblings among the stacks.
Marco was a good kid. Too good for his own sake. We got into the Ledgemen's Union at the same time. That was back before there was only the one left. Marco tried to bring them all together, unionize the unions, so to speak. Stupid.
You told that boy a minute ago he was playing with fire, just by organizing?
There's a single chapter here, and I'm responsible for keeping it that way. Back when everything went to hell, we made a deal with Marm, and I gotta keep it.
The ember of his cigar glows like still sparking slag.
I'm the fire.
I don't get it, Luca. How do you square what happened to your brother with enforcing for Marm? He pauses for a long moment.
You willing to make a short stop on our way to the next place?
Maybe. Depends on why.
There's a spot I go sometimes to think. I could explain myself better if we stopped there.
Absolutely.
I can spare a minute. Lead the way.
Side quest to go. Alright, first we're going to go to the downtown exchange.
I round the corner and find myself in the mother of all traffic jams. I strain my neck to see what's causing the gridlock and spot a number of Marm's finest have cordoned off the road ahead. Ma'am, what can I do for you this evening?
Contraband check. We've been losing too much cargo off the docks. Mom sent us out here to keep labor happy.
Have to keep the wheels of commerce turning, I suppose.
It's true what they say.
Yeah, we already had gone through that. Alright. Money, money, money.
Work smart, not hard.
Show me what you've got.
Handle with care, please.
Okay, so we've got a Tinker repair kit. Improved Gatling gun. Grappling hook. Military grade grenade launcher. I mean, we could really soup up Luca's truck. Heavy armor as well. Okay. Oh wow, we lost Cress's stuff.
Take care of yourself.
$527 AP13. Okay. That truck's so much better. And Gravity Mall. Collision bumpers. Let's switch over. Ooh, we got a Gatling gun. I knew that would be a good idea to have. And see what else we can grab. A magnet mine dispenser? Ooh. Machine gun, machine gun. Could we double up on our... Let's... I think we're actually good in that regard.
Can I help you with something?
Show me what you've got.
Handle with care, please.
An improved Gatling gun. Alright, we're gonna double up on heavy armor. We're gonna make Luca just an absolute tank, if we can. And... range, medium, AoE, medium. Alright. We're broke again.
Take care of yourself.
I was afraid of that. But we can give it so much health. We've got the standard. So we got the grenade launcher and a Gatling gun to start off. And I think that'll be pretty good. That gives us 24 weight right there. And I don't really care about car storage at this particular juncture. And when it comes to Cress's truck, let's give her back the heavy armor. And what does the welding arm do again? Heals a friendly target at close range. Now we could do double welding arms. No, we're good. Okay, Luca's got 30 health right now. And the vehicle heat is noticeable, though. Oh, that gives us 2... Oh, no. I assume the Gatling gun is giving us heat. Oh, no, it's the grenade launcher is doing that. Oh. Now let's have a chat with Luca and see what's what.
Luca leads us to a killing field, where the bones of old ships lay discarded across the landscape. Rusty blood dots the forgotten skeletons. No monument to mourn their passing.
We grew up here, on the docks. Dad damn near died here. Guess we all did once or twice.
Luca stops, looking off toward the horizon. He stands there a while, looking at everything and nothing.
Those that did. Some were lucky to have something to bury. Others...
Luca motions solemnly to a concrete platform, worn smooth by years of exposure. Fist-sized stones are scattered over the surface, faded letters on a faded tomb. Is this a memorial to your brother?
Best I could manage. Back when... You know. Back when it happened. There was too much going on. Never found a body neither, so... This is what he's got.
Graves aren't what they used to be anyway. I've seen pictures of the old cemeteries, back before we took to the skies. Rolling fields of grass and trees, as far as the eye could see.
I can't really figure it. I think Marco would have liked that, though. All the green. Stone and iron's all we ever knew. He always wanted more, though. Looks like some ruffians got in again and knocked down the memorial. Some of the rocks are missing, too. Help me fix it?
Absolutely.
Red and green offer a stark contrast to the gray, shooting up through concrete and several loose stones in an effort to reclaim life from grim industry. I pocket a few. As I lean down, I'm taken aback by the scent. It's overwhelming, like the plants need to prove they can do more than survive in a place like this. I catch my breath before turning back. A large tarp held down by stones along the edges. Impossible to say what it's covering. Looks like most of what we need. I pocket the stones, holding it down. A breeze passes, and the tarp tumbles end over end across the yard.
What did we do?
All these names. What happened here?
It's why they shut down the place. Moorings here were never worth the steel they were made from. The barge got loose one day. 48 ledgemen. The company only cared about the damage to the dock. If you look around, there are more of them etched into the steel, less formal. Most ledgemen's families have lost a brother, father, son. I'm not the only one that comes here to remember.
Who needs rolling green hills? This is a better memorial to the men who spent their lives here.
Yeah, a memorial to all the people who died filling someone else's wallet.
Capitalism.
48 names, all victims of a single day, and a fence walling off their memories from passers-by. Just how things work. Scratched into the base of the concrete platform are weather-worn letters, still readable. Huh. What does this mean?
Dove Mako? After he went missing, ledgemen around the barony carved it everywhere. You'll still see him around if you look.
Sounds familiar.
Not everyone heard. A Union troublemaker goes missing. Who cares outside the men who knew him? Could have just fallen off the edge. Happens every day.
I take it that's not what happened.
Cool. He did not want to talk about it. I don't blame him. Soap's mansion. What's that? Whoa! I think I teleported somewhere unwholesome. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, all right.
That should be enough.
He takes the stones from me, completing a small pyramid above the letters, still asking where Marco is. He leans back to consider his work. You picked a dramatic place for his memorial.
This is the last place anyone saw him. Ledgeman's strike back in 22. Marco up here yelling about coming together, making the boss his answer for our raw deal.
So, how did you find out he was gone?
It took me longer than I care to admit. The World Series had just ended, and I landed a prize match right on the tail of it, so I was out of town for a few. I'm back, look around the docks, ask where the hell he's gone. Nobody knew. Just that he hadn't shown up in a few days.
He looks off into the distance, tension beating a rat-a-tat through the veins in his temple. I hope you won the match.
Yeah. Only had to lose my brother for it.
What happened after he went missing?
It all fell apart. The local union chapters came together, started pushing for unity, and Mom cracked down. You ever see a strikebreaker in a machine gun nest?
I'm glad I haven't. That's awful.
Men don't like looking down the barrel. We fought, but men knew they might die for it. Just like Marco did. There were terms made. When the guns didn't work, Mom shut down our ports and starved us out. Had no choice but to surrender so that we could go back to loading ships. Every Union chapter was dissolved but one. And me, their great and noble leader.
What did you do after Marco?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I do.
I looked through every dive, every corner. I broke windows and bones. Never found him, but I did find the bastards who did it.
His hands flex, strangling an invisible neck.
Strikebreakers. Left them broken themselves. And when there was nothing left to break, I came back.
And you ended up in charge of the last Union chapter in Dreamland.
Once I dried the blood off my knuckles and saw where I was, I swore never to let another man die like my brother. I got it in my head to speak up about it, and men listened, so they made me president.
He's always the tallest man in the room. He always ends up leading something.
The hothead earlier. I'm guessing he's a lot like your brother.
Damn near a mirror image. Right around the same age, but he'd have been in diapers back then. And the older hands don't like to talk about it.
So he doesn't know what could happen. His palms open upward, and his eyes shift to study the gnarled skin and bone. In the workman's hands are held a devil and an angel. Whichever he chooses is out of my control.
Kid's right about it all. I've been doing this for too long, and Local Zero is just a front to make it look like we're organized. We don't have any real power. We don't protect the people. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, people are gonna die.
Do you think Marco would have been okay with where things are? He looks up at me, face tense, but doesn't reply. Not many people die for what they believe. Most just keep their heads down. Maybe if they're lucky, they end up on a plaque. Your brother fought for something important. So do you.
You're right. What the hell did he die for if nothing changes?
He punches the stack, flinging stones across the yard. His fist comes back bloody, fresh iron to match the rust all around us.
We're already taking Marm down. It's time for Local Zero to end. I'll let the kid do what he wants.
I think Marco would have appreciated that.
Yeah, he would.
Okay. And we can go back into Soap's mansion for you. What an odd glitch. Abandoned dock safe house. Let's go ahead and check all the safe houses before we get back to the lighthouse to regroup.
The old supervisor's shack at the abandoned dock is all but forgotten. Stuck like a carbuncle on the dock's rear, it's long fallen out of use. Things aren't hot enough for me to call this place home, even for one night. I'll be back, probably.
Okay.
A single bed with saggy springs, a battered set of shelves, and a wash basin make up the sum total of the labor hall bedroom's conveniences. It's tempting, but there are only so many beds at the hall to go around. I'll wait until I really need it.
Okay. Let's go. Let's check the lab first. Nothing new. Ram repulsors. Oh. I think we need to give those to Luca's truck. AP is +4. But it slows a okay. It doesn't do more ram damage, otherwise I'd be okay with it. Repulsor Nova. Hey. Hey, Kurisu, how you doing? Welcome. Let me give you a shout out here. How's your evening treating you? Bracing repulsor. I think we're okay. We're gonna go ahead and sell the basic armor. Every little bit helps. Okay. Tried Unicorn Overlord for the first time. Did you enjoy it? I know that game's very similar to like Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen, which I used to love playing on Super Nintendo back in the day.
Need something?
That firebrand from the Union. How'd things go with him?
Harder than I'd like to admit. Ever since I stepped back, he's been giving more speeches. Starting to get noticed. More people are coming to hear him speak.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it.
Thought that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, until the strike breakers show up. But they've been sniffing around just like they did when Marco started making a name for himself. Even if we take Marm out, the kid's gonna have enemies.
Heard a number of rumors about you a couple of years back.
Yeah?
It true you used to do everything left side at the start of a season? Left shoe tied first, left hand to open doors. Whatever gossip the boxer was expecting, it wasn't that. He looks at me like I came to a fight with a feather duster instead of a pair of gloves, and then lets out a guffaw.
Never thought much of it. Sometimes I have a bad day, sometimes I don't. If the bookies wanted to read into it, that's on them.
So you aren't the suspicious type then?
Or superstitious, you mean?
I used to let Diane wrap my hands before a big match. Can't say it won me every one of them, but it kept my nerves calm.
Explain something to me. Marm's sending does to undercut your standing with the Union, but she's also paying you to move her loot. Why?
I run the best moving company in the barony. Doesn't matter if she'd rather someone knock me off my perch. She needs her goods handled properly. She has to go through me.
And you just go along with it, despite her handing out knives behind your back. Luca grimaces, weariness creaking into his wrinkles like worn seams on an overused engine.
There's rules. I keep the union in line, Mom keeps her claws off. I take her contracts, she keeps my people fed. And if I help the neighborhood in my own time, she can't complain. It's how Dreamland works. And Marm knows I'm honest enough to follow through on my end, no matter what rules she bends on hers. You know where to find me.
Yes, darling? Take care.
Okay, nothing new there. Cress.
What do you need?
Good game to celebrate Sega's birthday. Oh, is it Sega's birthday today?
Be careful out there.
Hello, Gia. Good luck out there.
Everyone's assembled to go over the plan. A taut wire of tension hangs in the air, and it twitches reflexively when I enter, like they're all waiting to see how much extra strain my weight will add.
Okay, so that's actually... Hold up. Let's head back to the... manage the crew.
How can I help? Goodbye for now.
Zdravo. So long. Luca and Sophie lean over a table on its last legs. It's clean enough not to stain the faces of their cards, but only just. Sophie sighs dramatically, leaning back in her chair. She makes what, to the casual observer, might look like a sneaky gesture. To me, it looks like she's trying to get Luca to notice the ace she drops in her lap.
Hey, what the hell is that? You trying to pull a fast one?
Oh, come on, darling. Who needs to pull a fast one when you're so slow?
I've had enough of this. If you can't win without cheating, why even play?
The tone in Luca's voice raises my hackles. I've seen his anger before, and I'd rather he not try to punch Sophie in the gut. Stop. The two of you stop right now.
Hey, this isn't my fault. I'm just playing an honest game of cards, and this woman would steal from her own mother.
Correction, Luca. I do steal from my mother.
This is like the warrior or barbar with the rogue. Or bard.
Sophie's toying with him. She clearly isn't playing cards to win, but to get under Luca's skin. Fine. You want a fair game? Slide me the cards. I'll deal.
Fine.
Splendid, Giovanna.
Deal a hand of high-low, draw, stud, or hold 'em. Hold 'em!
I shuffle the deck, watching Luca and Sophie. If I couldn't see their hands, I'd assume they both had pistols leveled at each other below the table. Games Hold'em. I deal them both 2 cards, and turn over 3 for the flop. Sophie smiles and pushes a small stack of coins into the center of the table.
I haven't seen a flop so pretty since I saw Metropolis in the theater.
You've got nothing. I raised by 5.
Oh? And what makes you think that?
I grew up in Dreamland, and I know those. You're always talking a big game for show. The only time I need to be worried is when you shut up about it.
For show.
Sophie smiles sweetly, pushing her cards face down into the center.
What? Come on, I had 2 pair.
What do you call it when someone is too honest to even have a tell? I can see the cards written on your face.
Gathering the cards from the previous hand, I watch Sophie out of my peripheral vision. But all the aces find their way back to the deck. Maybe this is doing some good. 7-card stud. I deal out 3 cards each to Luca and Sophie. Sophie's 3rd card shows the Queen of Spades, while Luca's shows the 6 of Hearts. Sophie glances at her cards and sighs.
My hand's awful. Giovanna, are you doing this on purpose?
Mine are worse. Those could rob a full house at gunpoint and still complain about being dealt a bad hand.
Oh, of course. How many times have you had to deal with a car bomb in the last week? Giovanna can attest that my count is higher. Has your mother ever gambled with your life? Tell me, when you were a baby, Did she ever bomb stadium stands full of people to sow suspicion between you and your siblings?
The two of them pass the first round of betting, and Luca folds after seeing Sophie's second upturned queen.
Sounds like you ought to pick your family better. Show your cards.
4 queens.
What? Gee, I thought you were gonna watch her.
I didn't see anything.
High-low.
I riffle the cards, noting that Luca has relaxed his jaw, and Sophie has stopped staring at him like she expects him to upend the table at any moment. Hardly a blossoming friendship, but at least it's something. We're playing high-low. I deal them both 4 cards. The community cards come out as 2 aces and a 5. Betting is fierce. By the river, both of them have pushed everything they have into the pile.
You're bluffing.
I'm always bluffing. It's the best way to win.
You ever think about just playing a fair game?
Players who play fair lose.
Players who play fair are more likely to get invited back to the next game.
Sophie shows a pair of 5s and takes the high pot. Luca shows 2 to 3, taking the other half. Evident from the grumbling, each had expected to win it all. Guess it's possible to have more than one winner here. One more hand ought to do it. Sophie seems to almost be enjoying herself, and Luca has relaxed into his creaky chair.
And we end with the classic.
5-card draw. I deal out 5 cards to each of them. Sophie asks for 3 new cards, but Luca merely shakes his head. Sophie scoffs and stares.
Holding your first hand? Really? You can't expect me to believe that obvious lie.
Sometimes you draw well, sometimes you don't.
What would you know about it?
My brother died trying to change a world that had it out for the working man. I almost ended up with him at the bottom of some lake. Now there are kids out there taking up the same fight. Guess we're gonna see what happens when the cards are down. But me? I drew a good enough hand.
Luca pulls up the edge of his cards, his face betraying wounds that haven't healed. Or maybe that he was bluffing about his cards.
Show me this good hand.
Jack high straight.
Fine. Maybe you know what a good hand looks like after all.
I like the trauma dumping / trauma sharing that they're doing.
Gathering up the cards, I set the deck on the side of the table. The two of them are still glaring at each other, but the stormy anger seems to have calmed to a squall. 4 hands, and I never saw Sophie attempt another sleight of hand. I don't know if that was out of respect for me, or out of some newfound respect between the two of them. I hope you two aren't going to murder each other when I'm not looking.
I don't think Luca is the type.
And I don't think Sophie wants to take more risks than she has to.
Luca sighs, leaning back in his chair. It offers a menacing creak, but manages to avoid collapse.
How'd that happen?
I'll say this, Sophie. You can play a hand of cards.
I guess you can too.
Miss Randazzo. Thank you. How can I help?
Okay.
Until next time.
Important character moments.
Everyone's assembled to go over the plan. A taut wire of tension hangs in the
air. Thanks for being on that street, Kurisu.
When I enter, like they're all waiting to see how much extra strain my weight will add.
Point of no return. We've had some good times in Dreamland, but it is time to jet.
Is everyone here? Good. Gia, the floor is yours.
Okay, we've got Soap Jackson on board, so first step is meeting him outside the casino. He'll set off the fireworks early, which should draw Marm and her guests outside.
The code combination to the Pandemonium Vault changes daily. Every morning, each dough is given a unique combination, all of which unlock. When we get there, I'll receive my combination and give it to you. Then I'll join the dough escort with Marm.
I forgot to turn off my DVD alert for a $5 dono.
Hang on. Marm will know it was your combination that unlocked the vault. You'll blow your cover.
By the time she realizes that, it will be far too late. Without her money, Marm's powerless. This isn't just a heist, darling. It's a coup.
Long overdue, if you ask me.
Right. Pandemonium should empty out well enough, but we'll still have security to watch out for. Luca, you're with me. We'll use Sophie's combination to get into the vault, and your crew can start unloading the goods.
My boys already got clearance for their trucks at the loading bay. Should be simple.
So long as we don't get complacent, darling.
Yes, ma'am.
Cress, you're headed to the boiler room.
Yeah, I'll overload the heating system to cover our getaway.
Just try not to blow us all up while me and the crew are still inside, yeah?
Please. Klausner's system is as good as it gets. A perfect time bomb he put in the heart of his own creation.
Good. Anything else?
Do we have contingencies? A backup plan? What happens if something goes wrong?
Scream.
Oh, what could go wrong, old sport? It's foolproof.
Despite Apollo's attempt at invigorating optimism, all eyes turn anxiously my way. They're looking to me like I'm a general atop my horse. Enemy banners flapping on the horizon behind me.
Fly casual.
No matter what happens, I'm just glad Apollo will finally have enough money for that nose job.
Honestly, Apollo, I'm surprised you don't poke your co-star's eyes out with that thing.
Et tu, Brute?
Relax, Golden Boy. If anyone here needs their schnoz straightened, it's yours truly.
Right then. Get home safe, everyone. And remember, don't look down.
Sophie, you got a second?
What's on your mind?
What did you mean, coup? What are you planning here?
She won't give up power willingly. So we'll have to tear it out of her hands. I can't control how she reacts.
But you know her better than any of us. She'll still be dangerous, even with an empty vault. Should we expect blowback?
I'm not alone in this, Gia. The Does are my sisters, and I know them better than anyone.
How can you be sure?
I can't. I just know whatever happens, despite our differences, I want my sisters by my side. I have to give them that chance.
Ooh. Okay.
Need something? Take care.
Giovanna. Until next time.
Let me... Yeah, skip through all that. We have one member of the team that has not been assembled yet. Maybe they'll be at the next island. Meet Soap at Pandemonium to start the celebrations. Now, we're doing this without the Cress's heals. We're going full combat. But I think it's good to have both Luca and... Oh, she's not going to be with us. That's right, because she's going to be working on something else. Okay, never mind.
Pandemonium glows like a phoenix, a modern-day city of gold dedicated to the celebration and expansion of one woman's monstrous wealth. I can't help but hesitate in the face of the splendor.
Again.
Soap Jackson saunters over with the air of a worksite foreman who's never held a shovel in his life, while laborers bustle to set up Marm's fate. I envy his nonchalance, if not his swagger.
Well, hello, baby. Lovely to see you again.
Are we all set?
Ready and waiting. Just say the word and I'll kick off the party.
As a personal favor for me, as we agreed. Don't tell me you're backing out on me now.
Of course I ain't. But I just can't figure it. Why would you want the schedule changed? What's in it for you, baby?
What do you care? We have an agreement. Are you not a man of your word?
Don't be churlish, baby. Of course I am. Ain't a man allowed to be curious?
No. You're not being paid to be curious. Your job is to start the festivities on my signal. You got that?
Your mama never washed out your mouth with soap, baby, and it shows. You ought to be careful. Running your mouth like that one day, It'll get you in big trouble.
Man, for someone named Soap, he is very slimy.
Way ahead of you there, Slick.
Well, we can start anytime. Just say the word.
So, what's on the itinerary for this shindig anyway?
You already know about the fireworks. My people tell me we got enough to make the Emperor of Indochina himself green with envy. We got a 16-piece brass band waiting in the wings, too.
Nice. Anything else?
Besides my captivating voice leading us all in celebration of our dear Baron, what else could you need, baby?
So, a bunch of speeches.
Sure, and a ribbon-cutting ceremony, and a champagne christening, and a pile of civic awards.
So humble.
And that's before we go inside.
Great. Feel free to take your time with those speeches, huh? Really savor it.
Marm paid for the best, and she's gonna get it.
You spend a lot of time here?
The casino? Nah, not anymore. Time was, Marm gave me the proper whale treatment. Private tables, open bar, free rooms, you name it.
So what happened?
The more you get to know me, baby, the more you'll realize my attentions are like a wild stallion. Hard to catch and harder to keep.
So you won too much and Marm kicked you to the curb.
Wasn't like that at all. See, games of chance got a finite store of thrills inside of them, baby. Use it all up, and there ain't nothing left for a man with appetites like mine.
The word. Soap grabs his bullhorn, and in a moment the night air rings with a triumphant march. Above the casino, the sizzle of a dazzling fireworks show sparkles off the underside of the false iron sky.
That ought to really tick her off.
Sophie scribbles some numbers on a scrap of paper and hands it to me.
I'm gonna write these down. I'm paranoid.
Here's the combination to my dial. I'm off to join Marm and the Does. Good luck.
You too. See you at the hole. Drinks on me. Sophie takes off, and we push against the current of the crowd towards the casino. Sure enough, there's a hubbub as the wiry figure of Marm exits the casino. A river of gamblers and guests flow in her wake, wearing the annoyed grimaces of people interrupted mid-bet.
Gia?
I clock the security guards at the entrance doors at the same moment Crest does.
Oh wow. Man, with all of this... Oh man, no.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Sorry. Back the way you came. Nobody goes in during the fireworks show. Mom's orders.
Damn it. Front door won't cut it, and we can't pitter-patter out here all night. Gotta think of a new approach, fast.
Things don't go smooth.
I could try and draw the guards away from the door.
Ooh.
I remember a trick Zio used to pull when I was a tyke, and point at one guard's chest. While he's searching his tie for a stain, I curl my finger into a fist and bash him in the sniffer as hard as I can. Luca helps things along by following up with a chop to the neck, dropping the guard like a ton of bricks. We're through the doors as the other guard moves to help. Not exactly like Zio, but it works.
Oh god, the heat is increased by 2. Well...
We're in. The cavernous casino interior feels wrong somehow, without the usual bodies and noise. This warm, beckoning sanctuary of sin, now a chilly mausoleum of gold and greed.
I'm off to the boiler room. Wish me luck.
I would, but you don't need it. Do your job slow and smooth. You've got the skills, so use it.
You sweet talker. Are you after Apollo's job? I'll get it done. Be safe, you guys.
Right. Don't look down.
We'll look up.
I double-check our route to the vault on Klossner's blueprints. His drawings are meticulous, accurate down to the inch. I guide us like a bloodhound tugging at the leash through the employees-only area.
I like the fact that our heat decreased. Maybe that's because we got the plans without too much of a fuss.
Marm Magdalene's vault is a titanic monument to money grubbing, gilded with rococo garnish, boldly advertising her bottomless appetite for coin.
That is a vault that only Scrooge McDuck could love.
I half expect to find a fat old dragon snoring on the other side of the massive door, but the only dragon I know is outside watching the fireworks with her hired help.
This place gives me the willies. Kinda feels like we're being watched.
I know what you mean. It feels like we're intruding on holy ground or something.
More like unholy ground. You got that combo?
I've got it. Here goes nothing. If the vault's meant to be distracting, it works. Because we don't hear the patrolling guard's footsteps on the cold marble until he's right behind us.
Hey, what are you doing? Get away from there.
Introduce him to Luca. Trip him up. 5 or better.
The toe of my boot embraces the back of the guard's ankle like two lovers reuniting. Their affair is cut short as I flip him tail over tea kettle, his head hitting the marble with a crack.
Hiya!
Ouch! That's a surprise.
Huh?
Where you hiding all that muscle, huh? You might be a crook and a smuggler, but you're not a bad scrapper either.
Thanks, I think. I turn back to the vault dial.
Awesome use of Rococo.
I breathe deeply to stop my fingers from trembling. With something like reverence, I twist the dial to the number Sophie provided, hearing a satisfying clunk inside the door as its mechanisms pop free.
Ba-na-na-na. Oh, that's a nice. Yeah, actually going inside. I like it. Wait, Aether device.
There's so much still left, even with the majority of the cash hauled away by Luca's people. Surely nobody will mind if I take a little pocket-sized souvenir for myself.
All right, Night Raven. Okay. I assume that looting everything else is going to be bad. But the Ark of the Covenant. Guys, should we go ahead and start the heist? Or should we risk more heat to check the box and the and the Ark? What do y'all think we should do? It's so tempting. Because we already got one heat. Wait a minute. Hold up. Can we take a peek?
There's so much still left, even with the majority of the cash hauled away by Luca's people. Surely nobody will mind if I take a little pocket-sized souvenir for myself.
All right, we're gonna get our heat.
There's so much left, even with the majority of the cash hauled away by Luca's people.
Repulsor Nova.
Surely nobody will mind if I take a little pocket-sized souvenir for myself.
Listen, we've got bills to pay. Marked deck. Okay. Now, hold on. If we go into our inventory for vehicles, I can lower our heat to 2.
In the burrows, fallen trash gathers into hills of scrap bigger than sand dunes. Even those miniature mountains are dwarfed by the glittering piles of treasure inside Marm's vault. I lick my lips unconsciously as I start to salivate. There's enough cash, hawk jewels, and fine art in this room to buy the old governor's mansion. Hell, there's enough to buy the old governor. I think about what it would be like to roll around in it. I have the crazy notion that Marm comes down here to do just that.
Bingo!
Within minutes, Luca's workers flood through the entrance where the loot is normally deposited. His people work quickly, hauling the vault's sparkling riches out in sacks and wheelbarrows. I watch in dumb fascination as they enter and depart the loading bay in ordered lines, like ants carrying supplies back to the colony. I know I'm the lookout, but I'm too caught up in the moment. We're really doing this. As the last of Luca's laborers disappear with Marm's ill-gotten gains, a sudden blaring klaxon jolts me out of my gleeful reverie. Luca looks to me in dismay.
Damn, jig's up!
Calm down, big fella. It's just the fire alarm. Means Cress is doing her job. I'll be back in a second. I lope down a few corridors away from the vault, watching as security scrambles around in panic confusion. I overhear words like fire and boiler, along with a few choice phrases too crude to repeat. Cress emerges, moving swiftly through the commotion. I shoot her an appreciative grin, but she looks concerned. We hightail it back towards the vault together, rejoining Luca. What's the problem?
What a time. Security showed up at the loading bay, and they're asking a lot of questions and not liking the answers. Plus, the boiler is set to blow any minute now.
Damn it! Gia, those are my people. I won't leave them in the lurch.
It doesn't matter. We can't get out that way. There's gotta be another exit.
I'll find us a way out. In the freshly echoing emptiness of Marm's vault, I spread out Klossner's blueprints, desperate to find a route I've overlooked. No time for mistakes. Gotta make the call. The blueprints are detailed and clear, and I see multiple viable paths. I make a silent promise to plan a wet one on that creep Klossner if I ever see him again.
Man, it's a good thing that we threatened him with the weights.
3 options. We can take the service way out through the lower level, past the boiler room. We can stick to the main corridors and head straight for the staff exit, or we can duck into this VIP lounge, which has a private exit.
That's a gamble, miss, and I don't gamble with my people. They're expecting us at the loading bay. What if they wait too long?
Come on, big fella. We're in a casino. Your people know the right moves. We'll catch up with them later, I'm sure of it. I'm not sure of it, but what else can I say?
Choose the slightly safer route through the main corridors, choose the riskier route through the lower level, or choose the foolproof route through the VIP room. Okay. I'm gonna save the game here. Just in case.
Let's go. We dash headlong through the corridors, buffeted by the wailing fire alarm and the shouts of the guards. The warbling tone of a PA system crackles to life, and Marm's furious edict blares out like the voice of God.
I don't know if there's a payoff for risking. I think because we were really thorough in getting the plans, we have something that's going to let us get through without a whole lot of problems. It's rewarding us for being thorough, I think.
Attention, security personnel! There is a theft in progress. Apprehend these villains immediately, dead or alive. The squad that brings the Manor stolen property in will receive a sizable pay raise.
We sprint through gilded corridors and knock over velvet ropes, racing through the casino's VIP areas like Spanish bulls tearing through roadside patios. Following the blueprints, we blast through a set of golden doors into an extravagant lounge.
Get a load of this place. This lounge is bigger than my first garage.
Oh, this Persian rug could buy us a decent freighter. And a chicken dinner for everyone in the labor hall besides.
Winner, winner.
There's a frozen moment of confusion. A group of white-faced guards stare back at us, arms full of dinnerware and art. I scan the room for a way past, while everyone tries to figure out who the bad guys are.
12, 12, and 12. Alright, let's try a gumshoe. Well, actually, hold on. Let's look at our inventory here real quick and see... Oh, I do not have my... I should have handed my items back. Oh well. Ah. Ah. Okay, we used all of our golden dice. Hey, Penny. That is exactly why we have them.
There's a portrait of Marm against the wall, hung suspiciously low to the ground. I grab its frame and heave, and my guess pays off. It swings wide like a door, revealing a secret exit. I give the gormless guards a jaunty salute as we duck inside.
Cress, what happened to the boiler? Isn't it supposed to explode?
I'm surprised she didn't already.
A sudden rush in my ears is followed by a thundering, cacophonous boom as the boiler explodes. We ride the cresting wave of flame and smoke, breaking into the cool air of freedom just in time to save our hides.
Oh God. Okay, escape route 1 or escape route 2? Which one, guys? Number 1 or 2? Or should we let fate decide? I have a chance cube. Tay says 2. You know what? Let's go, because also there's a safe house, like, right here.
We hit the road and catch up with Luca's workers as the shuddering whine of Aether engines roars behind us. Figures. The does aren't about to let us get away that easy.
Only a few made it out. We fight for those left behind.
Haha, you're too slow, big man. I'll bleed you like the swine you are.
Now that's darn rude.
Alright, here's our combat.
Alice, Lizzie, and Pearl rev up behind us. Marm's little trinity of terror. Figures she'd send her best. Let's hope we can take all three at once.
Check it out, Gia. It's the folks we helped earlier. They came back to drive our haulers for us. Guess you must have inspired them, boss.
I'll take all the help I can get. It won't be easy keeping these trucks on the road.
My eyes fix on Pearl behind the wheel of her coupe, still as a cobra, gearing up for its strike. I've seen what her sisters can do. She's gotta be on another level entirely.
You should have called me earlier, sisters. I would never have let it get this far. Do you hear me, smuggler? It is time to make your peace.
Oh dear. Okay, we got treasure haulers. And this is a -4. Take 2 fire damage. Yeah, buddy. I like that. Oh, you actually take damage just going in there. Ew. Okay, big man. What you got for me here? I think Pearl is the most dangerous one? Oh, oh, oh! We're gonna... Okay.
I was holding back when we met. Not anymore.
You won't get away this time.
Rude.
You're barely worth my time.
Okay. Who just popped up? Oh, Binkies. We're gonna drop this way. And if we can get Pearl out of here in, like, this turn... Oh! Stellar. Bye-bye. And how do I want to play this? See ya. And the Gatling gun is... Okay. I think we're as good as we're gonna get for right now. Alice has a lot of health. Oh, ow, Gia. Oh! Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Can I use a heal? I don't know if I can. And that's not happening. I actually may be in bad shape here. Alright. Healing is 2, healing is 1. We need to get you out of here, like, pronto. And we've got to have Cress, like, hold the line here. Caltrops.
I didn't lose any loot!
Oh, you guys need to... Okay, Gia. Ow, 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 ow. There's pain. Okay, she's gonna hide over here. And I don't think I have any... Yeah, I think we're good there. Luca! My boy. How much is it to use the gravity maul? I think Crest can take the hit. All right. Three and 2. Oh, this actually might get Lizzie out of the fight. Sick.
One by one, the does peel off. We've lost them.
Is it just me, or was that
too easy? Yeah, something's not right.
Like, you are one hit away from death, Gia.
Don't question it, Gia. We've got the treasure in hand. Lead the way, boss.
Ah, Victoria. Scrap metal. Takes 100% more collision damage. Ooh. Look at all of our loot. Okay, for the love of God, we need to, well, first off, let's go into our items. This is exactly why we have these. And that is all that we have for that at the moment. We can buy more, but
free and clear, the night air on my face, I give myself over to the rush of the road and the sweet relief of victory. Luca and Cress's cheers fill my ears until they cut short and we spot the roadblock up ahead. It's Marm. Let's get this over with. Our rides glide to a halt, blaring headlights filling our windshields. We step out into the windy freeway, facing Marm and her phalanx of armed does. The wrinkled visage of the mother of vice is lined with contempt.
Oh, God.
I'm impressed.
Nothing but the best for the Baron on her big day.
Amusing. But this charade ends now.
Pandemonium is ablaze in the distance, smoke billowing out like an umbrella against Dreamland's underbelly. With the dual loss of her hoard and her casino, Marm will never recover. Marm looks every day of her 67 years, her face haggard and ashen. The does look utterly lost at their matriarch's lack of composure.
I've been suspicious of a traitor in my house for months. This all but confirms it.
How's that? Maybe we're just expert thieves.
Hardly. I caught you in the act. And what's more, all I have to do is check which combination was used on the vault, and I'll know who betrayed me.
The does shoot each other nervous, suspicious looks. They're attack dogs on the leash, ready to lash out, but they're no longer sure which way to direct their bite.
However, if any of my faithful daughters would like to turn themselves in right now, I promise to show you leniency. What's it to be, Mädchen? Shall I head back to my casino? Or shall we resolve this here and now?
Mom, I swear it wasn't me! You gotta believe me! I'd never betray you!
Really? You only care about yourself.
That's rich. Coming from you.
Oof! Says the scheming psycho!
Enough.
All present watch in stunned amazement as the barrel of Sophie's gun turns away from me and points straight at Marm's heart.
Sophia! Haitian! I never would have suspected.
That's exactly the problem, Marm. You've become blind. You're so focused on expanding your empire, you missed what was happening right in front of you.
Sophie, you snake! How could you? After everything she did for us!
For us? What about to us? What has she ever given that she hasn't taken away tenfold from the city? From its everyday people? From innocent little girls with nowhere else to turn?
I glance at Winnie, disturbed to see her youthful features frozen in a shell-shocked 1,000-yard stare. No longer afraid, but no longer really present at all.
So, what next, dear? You'll kill me and take my place? Is that the plan?
No, Marm. Despite everything, I love you. And I don't want your barony, but this has to stop.
I knew you didn't have the backbone.
Listen to me. It doesn't have to be this way. We can change things in Dreamland. Together, as sisters.
This is Sophie's moment. I would sooner bare my neck to Marm than take it away from her. I nod, and she continues.
Look, Dreamland is already yours. You already run its streets, its nightlife, its storefronts. If Marm retires from managing the operation, she can keep living comfortably while you keep doing what you do best.
Squabble.
If she's too proud to let go, then we'll find her somewhere else to live. But one way or the other, Marm has to step back. You all know Gia. Like it or not, she's one of my sisters now. And she could be yours too. I think we have more in common with her than not. Give us your support. Let's make this real.
And I'll just sit back, will I? And watch as you take everything?
You can't stop us. You can only be stopped. Your hoard is taken. The casino's in ruins. You can never recover what you lost. It's time to move on. The circumstances of your retirement are up to you.
And honestly, if they don't present a united front, that big German guy is going to come in and just sweep over everything.
Fine. You want to parley? I suppose I owe you that much.
Sophie joins her Baron for a private negotiation. I'm left staring at the does, who seem carved from stone, still reeling from the shock of Sophie's betrayal, and unsure what to do.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Turn Lizzie against Marm, turn Alice against Marm, turn Pearl against Marm, and then speak to Marm. So we have a chance to make, like, a complete conversion in the leadership of the Dreamlands, guys. But I think we're going to go ahead and do that at the beginning of the next episode. I think we were able to temper our greed and get out without having a KO, which is great. I assume when G is KO'd, it's like an insta game over. But, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.